What's up, guys? New Heights Horizon back with another video. So I have the IC980 Pro in the car. A few updates. I haven't done any videos recently in regards to the range testing because I've been waiting for Amazon or eBay or something. I've just been having a horrible experience with all of that and delivering deliveries and all that stuff. So what I have here is I have the antenna up there on the extension pole, probably about 30 feet up, maybe 25, 28, 30 feet. I have the IC980 Pro, like I said. I have the MXT26A on the roof, mag mount, NMO, and then newly I have the B-Tech U25 amp hooked up to the tidradio H8, pumping out 37 watts. SWR is I think 1.47, something like that. I'll post the pictures in there, but we're gonna see how far we can get today. So let me reset the mileage to 0, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. So hang tight. All right, so we're off and running now. So the only thing I do want to do is I want to get my mobile unit hardwired. And I know in the last video when I did the Nagoya 771G at Harbor Freight, I know I was picking up a multimeter and a couple of things to actually do the install, because I used to do remote starts and hardwire, all those things, and I worked at Best Buy, not anymore, but I did doing the install in the install bay, doing radios and all that stuff. I picked it up fairly quick, so I was going to do it myself because I know how to test fuses and things like that and tap in, because I used to do that with radar detectors and dash cams and such forth. So I was going to do it myself, but the multimeter I got from there doesn't actually do the reading. It doesn't do the decimal I needed to read the fuses. So I returned that. I'm just going to get it installed at a shop. So if something does happen or occur, it'll be on them, not me. I've learned at my older age to do that. You'd rather somebody at a licensed facility do it, so if something happens, it's not on you. It's not lazy or anything. It's just being smart about it, because you know, like for instance, my mom's getting a pool done, like one of those small swimming spas, and I could pour the slab underneath because I've done concrete work before, but I don't want to, because if something were ever to happen, A, she can't be like, "Oh, you screwed up my," and B, whoever did it would be liable and have to come back out and fix it. But yeah, so yeah, you know, a lot of people want to be the superhero and I can do it, and then it ends up biting them in the ass in the long run. So just learn from me and any other people older than you. Just spend the money or have someone else do it, especially when it's family or your own stuff. Unless you know for a fact what you're doing, which I think I do, but we all do, don't we? But yeah, so right now we're at a mile. Let me give you guys a quick test. It's because another thing, when you got it plugged into the SIG sock, you hear that winding from the alternator going through. When you eliminate that SIG sock, you don't get that winding as much. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Super clear. So I'm gonna check back in. I'm gonna go every 2 miles today, because I didn't bring Belle with me, because I got home from work and she chewed up a bunch of like chocolate and vanilla wafers that my girl ordered. So she's on punishment right now. I can't stay mad at her too long. So when I get back, I'll say I'm sorry for leaving her. I feel bad, but she's got to learn not to do that. So, you know, it's not like I'm beating her or something. I'm just not taking her for a range test, which she loves to come on. So give me a minute, I'll check back in. All right, we're at 2.2 miles. Let me check it out. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Super clear. I disconnected it from, because there's a jack right there, a 3.5 jack, that it runs through the auxiliary in the car. But like I said, you hear that winding, and I'm over that. So yeah, I do have a wireless, not wireless, but I do have a little speaker. That's my boy Beans. He passed away. His ashes are in there, a little bit of them. That was I got to get a new one. The sun beaten, but I don't want to throw it out. That's my boy. But that's pre-Bella, my boy Beans. Hairless Chinese crested pug mix. That was my boy. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get that mic, the speaker, and then plug the 3.5 jack into that, and then just charge it accordingly with that USB 3.0 to the speaker. So that should be better. I won't get the winding noise from the alternator. So, all right, I'll check back in at 4 miles. All right, guys, we're at 7 miles here. I was checking it a little bit in between so I could kind of check in, see if it is working right before I show it to you guys. And it's coming in full quieting. I mean 5.9 all the way. Super crystal clear. Hold on. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing.
Little bit of scratch, but nothing crazy. Little bit of scratch. Like I said, nothing significant at all. I can, it's fully. I can understand everything fully. So yeah, we're coming up. I'll check back in, I guess, at 10 miles, another 2.5. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. 11.6 miles. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Still clear. Hold on, drop the mic. Hold on 1 second. Do I go right on this one? Yeah, I can go right on here. Yeah, I can right. Yeah, I'm driving on. I'm in the back over here. If you know where I'm at. I'm in the back of Lakewood Industrial Park. So it's about 12 miles from me, from the Crow's Nest. If you want to get technical driving wise, it's probably like 15 or 16. But let me turn this up a little bit because like I said, I disconnected it from the auxiliary in the car. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Little scratch to it, a little chicken scratch, but nothing crazy. I can hear it. So I'm wondering, I got to test that, Juan's J-pole, the one I did. That's not up there now. I have the other GMRS tuned antenna I bought off Amazon. I paid for this antenna, so it was like $69, I believe. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
I mean, I'm in a business park, so there's so many trucking companies, cement companies, gravel companies. There's so much stuff out here that everybody has amassed with an antenna in their yard. Like, a lot of yards out here in regards to construction or stone, gravel, anything like that. There's just a lot of industrial stuff going on back here. So everyone and their mother has masts with antennas on them for their truckers. So I'm sure there's a lot of interference around here. But it opens up right here. Let me see. I might be able to get something good. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Yeah. See, there's a mast right there. They're all over the place around here. So we're at 13.7 miles now. That is, hold on. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Nothing. Let me see again real quick. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Nothing. All right, so right now we're capped out at 14 miles. And we'll see. It opens up out here a little bit in about another mile. So we'll check in after it opens up and see if we can get back on here. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. It wants to poke through. Let me try one more time. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a feeling when it opens up here, just stay with me, because it's probably another 0.8 miles or something like that, and then it should open up. I mean, it does open up, but it should get us back on transmitting. See, this interference is no doubt coming from one of these trucking companies out here, for sure. They're just loaded. They're everywhere. All you see is commercial vehicles out here, especially dump trucks and, like I said, sand, gravel, stone, all that stuff. There's a million of them out here, and we're like the hub of all the stone and crushed concrete and all that stuff around here, and sand anywhere, because Pennsylvania is literally right here. So all of our stuff comes from them, and because of that, we have an abundant amount of companies that supply sand, gravel, and stone in this area. So there's a lot of trucking companies, pavers, all that stuff. So right here, it should get a little bit back on. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah, I knew it. And that's we're at 14.7 miles right here, so almost 15 miles. So like it is line of sight, so to speak, but height is might, as we say, and that is true. In most cases, it's weird how RF works, because sometimes you think, oh, I'm not gonna get through, there's no way, and it goes through, and you're like, doesn't make sense, because I've been more in line of sight in other regards, in certain circumstances, to where I didn't get through where you thought you were going to, and vice versa. That's weird. It's very hard to understand. It's hit or miss, and that's the only way to really say how true that is. But height is might, and you can overcome a lot of stuff with that. That being said, antenna placement is huge. A guy was saying the other day, I forget what I was watching, YouTube or something, but the guy was saying you can basically put 50 watts or 200 watts through an antenna, and all you'll be doing, if you don't do antenna placement in regards to getting a better spot location, all you're doing is powering that same signal you're just making that same signal stronger in the area you're covering with antenna placement. So ideally and hypothetically, if you don't change your antenna, you're not going to get that much more, any significant difference. What I was told. I don't know how true that is, but we're going to find out. That's what we're doing. Oops. I'm supposed to go this way. Almost made the wrong turn. Sorry about that, buddy. This is the turn. So yeah, we're going to find out if that is the case, because the antenna's in the same spot. It's a different antenna. same amount of watts going through. For anyone that watches the channel, the big improvement that I did is I got the B-Tech U25 amp going through, the UHF amp going through, the tidradio H8. And my buddy Alec from California seems to think I should do the 980 plus, the QTY 980 plus at the house, because that is 55 watts on 2 meter, and 75 watts on 70 centimeter. So that would be a substantial boost in wattage, but I'd have to get the antenna up a little bit more. I'm going to play with it. So that's why I'm here to do, so you guys don't have to. Apartment living at its best. So we're at 16 miles, guys. This definitely will be a record smasher. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.
And that's because, because it opens up. Hold on. See how open it is out here? So that is huge. Yeah, there's a lot of trees or anything, but the amount of space above the trees is
it's about a 2-pounder.
2-pounder?
Yeah, big wings.
No.
Big wings.
It's huge. If you can get your signal up over those trees to start jumping around, you're gonna have that's a direct line of sight with my antenna, because I would say my antenna is right around the top of these trees from the ground up to my balcony up. So maybe a little lower than these trees. Trees are probably 10, 20, 35, 40 feet up, and my antenna is probably 30, so maybe 10-foot difference. But yeah, so if you can get your signal above these trees or close to the top, you're technically getting a line of sight, because that's pretty much, that's open. So I'm going to get a 10 times better coverage here. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
See what I mean? So that is huge.
It's about a 2-pounder.
2-pounder?
Yeah, big wings.
No.
Big wings.
All right, guys. So I'm going to end it here. I do want to do some other adjustments. I want to make a few other adjustments to this. But it never stops. I'm just going to continue and see how far I can get out. Spending the least amount of money that I can. Apartment living kind of sucks when you're trying to do this, but I'm going to put everything to the test again, so you guys don't have to. So I can say without question, this works. If you're living in an apartment, you're on a second floor, this is going to work for you, for emergency comms, for comms that you want just for, leave the cell phone home, or if you forget your cell phone and you got a mobile unit in the car and you got your repeater set up, you can have communication with your girl, your wife, your son, your whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's just quicker to pick this up
But even wet, Bounty's the quicker picker-upper.
rather than picking the phone up and go, "Hey babe, can you put the mashed potatoes on? I'll be home in 10 minutes." You know what I mean? And actually,
Can you put the mashed potatoes on? I'll be home in 10 minutes.
that's the only thing that sucks. The downside of a parrot repeater is that you have to hear that. So yeah, do I want a real-time repeater? Of course, but for antenna testing and range testing, the Surecom SR112 is ideal. The Red's parrot repeater is good, but it's not as good as the Surecom by any means. Red's is better, yeah, because it has the waterproof case. If you're gonna go camping or anything like that, you throw it up in a tree. That's ideal for the weekend. But for what I'm trying to do, the Surecom SR112. So I'm gonna say 7.3s for now. Remember, height is might, and I'll have Bella next time with me. I promise, guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys. 7.3s. Be safe. Keep your head on a swivel, and I'll see you guys next time. 7.3s.